it is after Christmas, but I did want to wear this sweater because I think it's just so fitting. How can you not love this? I'm digging the bow tie. I love it so much, and I think it's cool. Like, this is just such a cool sweater. I got this for Christmas, and it's definitely one of my favorites. But I wanted to start initially because it's fresh in my mind, with shows that I've loved this month, and that would be starting with, of course, who hasn't heard of the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda and everything. I started watching that show in December, and I think the first season just finished, but it's incredible. It is such a good show. It got me back into loving Star Wars again. Initially, I had seen, you know, I saw all the originals and all the prequels, and I even took my sister to see the one that came out in 2015, and then I also took her to see the one that just came out. So definitely had seen the movies and did like Star Wars, but I wasn't like a huge fan. I liked them enough to see them, and I would, you know, I knew about Star Wars because I had seen everything. I didn't watch Clone Wars and stuff like that. Watching The Mandalorian on Disney Plus just got me back in that whole world. Like, I fell in love again with the storyline and all of the messages behind Star Wars and everything, and I really liked it. I highly recommend it, even if you aren't like a huge Star Wars person. It's such a good show. It's funny. The humor is really witty. It does play tribute to the older movies, and I think the acting is incredible. The lead actor is Pedro Pascal, and he plays the Mandalorian in the show, and he was in Narcos. He played Jose Pena, I think was his name. And his acting is really, I feel like he made that show really good. And he does a great job at the role of playing the Mandalorian. I think that it was just really well done. He's a great actor. And everyone else, there's so many famous like A-list actors in the show that just kind of make cameos. It's really good. So highly recommend. Love that show. The other show that I wanted to talk about and mention is The Witcher, which is on Netflix. And I actually remember the game and when it came out, and my brother played it, and I just remember like growing up with that, and I was shocked that they had turned it into like a huge Netflix series, and I wasn't sure what to expect, but I do love Henry Cavill. I've liked Henry Cavill since he played Count of Monte Cristo. He played like the younger guy in it, and that came out almost 10 years ago. It's, how do I explain it? I mean, if you played the video game, you'd have an idea, but The Witcher, it's kind of like a fantasy show, and that the storyline is kind of a mess. Like, that's the only criticism I have of it. It would go jump between timelines, and a lot of the episodes, some of the episodes are incredible, and then some of the others are not as great. But then as it gets further in the storyline, the last few episodes are really well done. So I would say it's a good show and it's worth watching if you are into that kind of thing. I really liked it, and Henry Cavill is a great actor. He does a great job. And his voice is so similar to, I don't know, it does accurately describe the game, and that was what I was not expecting. I will say though that there's a lot of like nudity, and it kind of has like an HBO vibe to it and a Game of Thrones vibe to it. If you like Game of Thrones, you'll probably like it. That was the only thing I wasn't a huge fan of, just because it's not so much like the game. It's cool. It's well done. I really liked it. If you like fantasy, I would say watch those. Again, if you like Star Wars or are interested in any Star Wars, definitely watch Mandalorian. But those were like the two shows that I did watch that I really did like this month. And then moving into music, I've actually, I hate to say this, but I really like Harry Styles' new album. It came out on December 13th, that Friday, and I've been listening. Adore You is so catchy. I think I must have listened to it 300 times, if not more. Like, it still is not old to me, and I've listened to it that much. My sister, who is a huge Harry Styles fan and has seen him live, was like, please stop playing that song. I just think it's well made. I'm more of an electronic R&B, rap, hip-hop person, but I actually really liked it. So I do recommend Harry Styles' new album if you haven't heard it. It's good. It's on Spotify. I also did make another monthly playlist. I have my December 2019 playlist that I'll link below that I just make on Spotify if you want to check out what I've been listening to this past month. Again, with kind of, I like to talk about kind of clothing things that I've enjoyed this past month. It's kind of cheating because I only got these at Christmas, but I'm obsessed. And my brother, bless him, he got me this hoodie. I'd asked for it, but he got it for me. It is Madion's merch. His album came out this fall, and I really wanted he had pop-ups like in California and in other cities, and a lot of the stuff was just kept getting sold out and I couldn't get anything. I almost went to a Facebook group to try to get someone to get me something from the pop-up and then mail it to me. I was gonna Venmo them, but he restocked online, and so I was able to get this hoodie. But this is what it looks like. It's tie-dye and it is just so cool. I love how this was tie-dyed. I don't know what it is, but it's so comfortable. It's really cool. It has Good Faith. That's the name of his latest album. And I'm obsessed. It's like a cotton candy dream, and it's super comfy, and it just makes me happy wearing it. And I loved that album. I didn't get to see him in concert when he played in DC. It had sold out really fast, so my brother got me the merch as like a gift instead, because I wasn't able to go see him live again. And then as well, it did snow once, but it mainly has just been really rainy and stuff. So I've got this jacket. I'm actually going to Hawaii and it's rainy there a lot, and I'm going to be camping, so I wanted to get like a raindrop jacket, like windbreaker kind of thing. And I've been wearing this. It's an amazing it's probably the best rain jacket I've ever owned, and I've had a Patagonia jacket, I've had a North Face rain jacket, and this is definitely the best that I've tried. I will try to mention it below, but I like that it has this kind of like hood with a rim on it, because it really does keep the rain out of your face, and it is completely water resistant, waterproof, and it has like a front zipper. I love this color too. It's such a cool color, and it's actually a men's jacket, but I don't care. Lately it's just been raining. Like right now it's raining. Of course, every time I film I swear the weather is just terrible, but I really like that jacket, and then the hoodie. Those are like the main things that I've really been loving, as well as the sweater. December, I kind of go into just wearing layers and stuff like that. So my favorites haven't really changed that much since last month in terms of like what I've been wearing. But those two things are newer things that I got, and I really like them. And then with that, I kind of want to touch on makeup. So the other two things are from Michelle Phan's makeup line, which is M Cosmetics. And this brown liner, which I do have on today, has been a favorite. It's very, very easy to use because of the fact that it has like a brush tip, and I love it. I'm obsessed with it. It's very accurate and precise, and it's made in Japan. I feel like Japanese makeup products in general, especially ink or like liner kind of things, are just very accurate and very well made. Made in Japan, assembled in Korea. And this is in the brown color because I feel like being blonde, brown still looks pretty dark on me, so I got it in that, but I really like it. It's probably my new favorite. And then along with that, the only other thing I got from her that I also really, really like is the Magic Hour like lip, I forgot what it's called. It's like a lip gloss, lip balm kind of thing, but I do like how it's designed. It has like a track. You pull it from the bottom and it will just go up. But it's very hydrating and it looks very natural. I just think it's a nice color. I was not expecting to like it that much, but I really do like it. And I do like the design and everything. It's really nice. Her makeup stuff, everything I've tried, I've really, really liked. So I do want to try more stuff from her. But those are the only two things I've really liked makeup-wise this month that I've been using, or that are newer things I've tried. Getting into more miscellaneous stuff. I did get sick this month, so I do have to mention this just because I think it's such a monumental thing for me, is my inhaler. I've been using an inhaler on a daily basis for the last 2 weeks since I've gotten sick, and it has helped me so much. This is just a Pro Air. It's albuterol sulfate, HFA, yeah. And this has 200 puffs in it, essentially. I'm down to 100. But this helped me. I think I had acute bronchitis or something like that, but I was wheezing terribly, and I noticed if I went a day or so without using this, I would get a lot more sick and my wheezing would come back and I just would struggle breathing and my cough would get worse. So this has been a lifesaver. I forgot how big of a difference inhalers can make if you are struggling with something like that, but love my inhaler. Really did make a difference. last but not least, I started my EMT course. Yes, I started my EMT course, and that has been great. I got CPR certified this month, and yeah, it's been great. I'm very happy about it, and I'm excited. It was way harder than I thought. Just physically doing CPR on someone for a long period of time is a lot of work. Made me feel out of shape, to be honest, but I did it, and I'm just excited to learn all this stuff doing the course this spring. And yeah, I've been doing my course because it's kind of hybrid, so a lot of it's online and also in classroom, but I've been loving it so far, so that's definitely a favorite. And it's kind of empowering, learning Heimlich maneuver, which is now called abdominal thrust, and learning how to perform CPR on an infant as well as a child, young, like adolescent, and then as an adult, and the variations and differences between them. Yeah, everything regarding that. It was cool to get to do that again. Like, I remember learning and getting CPR certified in high school, but this was like way more thorough and proper education on it, and I'm excited to save lives and work and do EMT stuff this spring in the new year. So that's a favorite. I have my massive textbook back there. Yeah, I'm gonna be bringing it with me on my trip. I have to keep doing my course. Yeah, that's it really with my favorites for this month. I hope that you enjoyed hearing me talk about random stuff. And I am, if you can't tell, I'm still kind of sick. It's been a long process. I'm getting better. I would love to hear what you've been liking this month, and if you have any shows or books or any kind of recommendations to suggest to me, please do so. I would love to hear them, and I hope you have a good new year.